Did Brandon Sanderson do it again? Did he equal the first book in his trilogy, The Final Empire? Did he outshine it? But most importantly, did he fix his first mistake? See it over there. Spoiler free, I hope. Characters, 8 out of 10. As it turns out, he did fix his biggest mistake in The Final Empire. Vin interested me for the first time. This time, she ran around doing stuff instead of stuff being done to her. I really liked the dynamic between the Watcher and her. Sanderson created a gripping dichotomy as her soul was being torn in two by the two men in her life. Figuratively, not literally, thankfully. That played into one of the best ways to create interesting characters. Choices, 2 or more, in which one excludes the other and both are equal in their appeal. Want versus need, false goal versus real goal. If you've ever been in the writing tip sphere, you would have heard of these. Brandon Sanderson did that perfectly. Ellen, though, wasn't as good, but the stark character growth made me invested in him. This was what was missing from the last book. It made me respect him. Writers don't really realize that we, the readers, must respect the main character or protagonist. In my opinion, this is more important than likability. Plot, 6 out of 10. Unfortunately, the weakness. Very undynamic, and the first and second acts were pretty slow. It did not begin with a banger, so when I read the first few pages, I lost interest and only started reading it a few months later. The second act dragged, as all the circumstances dance around one area, Luthadel. I get that this is part of the world building and integral to the plot, but I hate it when characters are confined to one area. It makes the world feel small. In the beginning, Caesar traveled, but that was the first act. The third act, as well, didn't equal the Final Empires, since the Sander launch didn't really land. World building, 9 out of 10. As always, the best part. The conventicle of Seran gave me chills as I read it. Brando Sander has always been the master at weaving together plot and world building, making each inseparable. The paragraphs at the beginning of the chapters were absolute mastermind moves. It introduces mystery and foreshadows the plot twists. Overall, 7.5 out of 10. It was slightly better than the Final Empire, purely because of the engaging characters, but fell short of completely surpassing it because of the undynamic and slow pace. All in all, an excellent addition to the Mistborn trilogy and to the fantasy genre. Excited for the Hero of Ages, the next book. Age rating, 14+ for boys, 15+ for girls. Exactly the same as the first book, so go check out my Final Empire review if you haven't already. But there's the added bonus of the Koloss, which were described to be quite fearsome. Anyway, enjoy. Vironwe out.